let's discuss what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be doing the codes, the EBBs, emotion code, body code, belief code. Now, this is a lot of fun because we're identifying the balls of energy in your system. We collect things and we also absorb things. So let's talk about, our childhood. The first 7 years of our lives, we're absorbing everything. We are just like, we're seeing everything as truth because we don't have a conscious mind. We can't reason. So we're collecting limiting beliefs. We're believing things to be true, what people say, what we witness, what we experience. And so then we have all these beliefs about the world, ourselves, and other people. So then we experience life and then we get triggered by things. We have an emotional response. We have heartaches, heartbreaks, and we keep adding layers to belief systems as well as collecting trinkets from the past. So it could be trauma, stress, negative thought patterns, and those trapped emotions. And if we're talking with these balls of energy, sometimes these balls of energy can have an emotion tied to it. It can have the memory tied to it, and it can even create a limiting belief. So it's like this trifecta. And so we go about life collecting all these things and they affect our lives, how we show ourselves to the world, how we view the world, how we view other people. So with emotion code, body code, and belief code, we're working with the subconscious mind because the subconscious mind knows everything about you, everything you've done, seen, said, tasted, and it knows what balls of energy, the things from the past that you're holding on to that's contributing to physical, emotional, or mental symptoms. So I do muscle testing here. This is the Han Solo. So when I say yes, muscle's strong. When I say no, muscle goes weak. So I kind of have a conversation with your subconscious mind by asking yes or no questions. So with the emotion code, we focus on emotions, that ball of energy. You, for whatever reason, you created the emotion. It wanted to be freed. Any emotion that you create wants to be freed into the wild, but we hold on to it. We restrict its freedom. And so by doing so, we're still feeling the emotion and it's still tied to the memory and it can create that limiting belief. And it stores itself in our body. It can make different parts of our bodies very weak and vulnerable, prone to injury. So what it does is that the emotion code, we identify the emotion, we identify around what age it occurred, and we release it. Trapped emotions have a huge impact on our lives because we're constantly feeling emotions on the daily, different types of emotions. Here is the emotion code chart, thank you, Claire, that I will be using. Now, there's only 60 emotions here. There are like tons of thousands of emotions. Your subconscious mind is picking the closest one to it. Okay, so that's the emotion code. Now, the body code is everything. It is the emotion code, the belief code, mind, body, and soul. We get very detailed as to what you're holding on to. Is your pain that you're experiencing is a limiting belief? Is it just a meridian, a chakra? Is it an organ that's unhappy, and so forth? So it's very detailed as to what you're holding on to. This does not mean I'm digging up into your skeleton closet. Your subconscious mind speaks in emotion vibrations. It doesn't speak a language. So what it's doing is it's taking the body code and like, this ball of energy, if I had to give it a label, what would it be? And it will relate to the body code. That's why there are some things in the body code that are very general and generic, and we kind of have to figure out how it relates to you. So when I come up with like a despair anchor of or a will to hide true self, to me, hiding true self can mean a variety of different things. Maybe hiding my past, my trauma, because I had a belief that if people knew about my trauma, they would leave me. So that can be hiding my true self. It can be being vulnerable. It can be sharing an opinion. Like instead of you being a Pepsi person, you're like, actually, I'm a Dr. Pepper person, things like that. So this is a very unique experience. And so there's general terms that are unique to you. I do my best to give examples, but to kind of help give you different perspectives. But if I'm giving you my point of view, different perspectives, they're like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. It's actually this, then that's it for you. Okay. So whatever pops in your head, whatever feeling that you have, it is right for you. So that's the body code. Now the belief code is something I just learned, and it hits different. So the belief code. So at the beginning, I was talking about how you're absorbing everything in the first 7 years of your life. So sometimes you can absorb a limiting belief saying, I'm not good enough. Cool. You have a belief, I'm not good enough. This is the root. And then you experience life. And if something resonates with that belief system, your subconscious mind will add a layer to it. Add layers and add layers. So as you continue to experience life, layer, 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 and you build this tree, this beautiful tree. And sometimes this is the one thing that's preventing you from overcoming something. We've all experienced something where it's like, no matter what I do, I just can't get over this thing. I don't know what it is. And it's like, no matter what I do, it's because you got a tree, honey. Sometimes we have a forest. I have a forest. We all have forests of negative core beliefs. Now, the thing that I grabbed was, I wanted to show you an example. So here is my personal tree. I did with heartache. I worked on heart. I was feeling some heartache and I was like, let's work on it. So we start with a negative program. These are your conscious thoughts. These are the branches of your tree. You're aware of these thoughts. And so and there's usually 1 to 4 statements. So the ones that I had for heartache are, I don't feel wanted. I always feel bad. My feelings are set and will not change, and I don't deserve happiness. Now you can kind of look at it and be like, well, sometimes you won't know. They might not seem to relate, but they do relate when you get the whole picture. But that's what I consciously think in my head. You know, I don't feel wanted. Yes. Confirm true. I always feel bad. Confirm true. My feelings are set and will not change. I'm a stubborn SOB. I don't deserve happiness. That's a belief like that I have. So then once we identify the leaves, we go into the trunk. We're getting deeper into your unconscious mind. We can't just go full-blown unconscious. We have to sweet talk the mind. Be like, hey girl, what's up? How you doing? You know, you don't meet someone for the first time and you're like, tell me your trauma. It doesn't work out. You don't do that. You get to know the person, you build trust. So we're building trust with the unconscious mind. Now we're going to the trunk. This is unconscious and conscious. So I may believe these thoughts, think them, be aware of them, or I may not. So I need to obey authority no matter what. Debatable. I had an inherited statement that blank doesn't love me. And then after that, I had my emotional expressions are being judged. I can't be emotional because I'm judged, right? This can be a very sassy process. And then we go to the roots. What is the root cause of all these statements? And I don't feel valued. So because I don't feel valued, I act a certain way. Oh, I don't know if you guys could see this. So then sometimes you can have a faulty core identity. This is the soil. This is where you absorb it. And this is like, you're doomed, you know, if you have an experience that's similar to it. So I'm afraid of expressing my feelings. So now we have the whole tree. So because I'm afraid of expressing my feelings, I don't feel valued. Because I don't feel valued, my emotions are always being judged. Someone doesn't love me. I need to obey authority no matter what because I don't feel valued and I can't express my feelings. I don't deserve happiness because I don't believe I'm valued. My feelings are set in stone and will never change because I cannot express myself and I don't feel valued. I always feel bad because I don't feel valued. I don't feel wanted because I don't feel valued. Boom, tree. We see the whole picture and then we find out what this belief system is being fueled. What trapped emotion, what limiting belief, whatever is fueling this. Now, sometimes these trees can also create things as well. So we're going to cut the life force from it. So then we identify any associated imbalances. We get rid of it. We release the tree. Boom, gone, timber. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So yeah, and of course, if you're all watching and you resonate with anything that comes up, please, we're all connected. So you can get in on this secondhand healing as well. We can all benefit from it. Hello, everybody. Everybody get your axes ready. Put your button-up flannel shirts on. Let's go. We're gonna knock down some trees. I'm super excited. I'm pumped. Now, if anybody who's new to this, I get really excited when things pop up. It's not because I'm excited like, ooh, let me see your trauma. I'm excited because we're releasing this, it's going to impact your life in so many ways. So it's like saying bye-bye to the old version of yourself, and you're going to blossom into the new version. So if I get excited, that's why. Okay, heart wall. So what I'm going to be doing, you're going to be my guinea pig, Stunny Baloney, Kimmy. So I'm moving my subconscious mind aside, and I am welcoming Kimmy over here, and we're locked on and connected. Since we are all connected, I can set my subconscious mind aside and be like, Kimmy, get over here, girl. Her subconscious mind comes over here, because everything is energy. I won't be able to read your mind or do anything spooky like that. It's just having a conversation out loud. So I'm going to be asking a lot of questions and answering them at the same time. Okay, all right, Kimmy. So I think I move my subconscious mind aside, welcoming Kimmy over here. Locked on and connected. Let's do this. So do you have a heart wall? Yes, you do have a heart wall. Do you have a trapped emotion in your heart wall you can release right now? Yes. Heart walls are created by the subconscious mind. Whenever you experience heartache or grief, like intense emotion, the subconscious mind's like, oh, wait, oh, whoa, never want to feel that again. So it takes the emotions already in your body, the trapped emotions you already created and you suppress in your body, and it creates this beautiful wall around your heart. It's glorious. It's beautiful. It prevents you from feeling those intense emotions, but it also prevents you from feeling those positive emotions as well. So it prevents you from giving and receiving love properly, because it has to go through your icky heart wall made out of negative emotions. You may have relationship difficulties, chest pain, shoulder pain, upper back pain, neck pain, depression, anxiety, feeling emotionally numb. Clear signs of a heart wall. So Kimmy, it has a heart wall, so we're gonna go ahead and identify the emotion and the age. All right, so we have some helplessness. And what age? Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 25, no. 20, 21, 22. So helplessness around 22 years old. It could be 21, 22, or 23 years old. So do we need to know more about this? We don't need to know more. I'm going to go ahead and release it. With heart wall emotions, once we identify and gather all the information, we release it one by one. So if anybody resonates with this, be like, oh my gosh, like you get a jolt in your body, or you just have a knowing, set the intention, it gets released from you as well. And get in on the secondhand healing. Let's heal together. All right, Kimmy, you ready? Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. I set the intention to release the heart wall trapped emotion of helplessness. Did you release the heart wall trapped emotion of helplessness? Yes, that was a good one. That was a good one. Do you have a heart wall? Yes. Do you have a trapped emotion in your heart wall you can release right now? Yes. Rejection. Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 25, yes. 25, 26. So 26 years old, rejection around 26. Do you need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and release it. I set the intention to release the heart wall trapped emotion of rejection. Did you release the heart wall trapped emotion of rejection? Yes. Do you have a heart wall? Yes. Do you have a trapped emotion in your heart wall you can release right now? Yes. Just a little bit of anxiety. Just a little bit of anxiety. Before 20, yes. Before 10, no. After 10, yes. After 15, yes. 15, 16, 17. Anxiety around 17 years old. Hello, Joel. Do you need, or Joe, do you need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and release. I set the intention to release the heart wall trapped emotion of anxiety. Did you release the heart wall trapped emotion of anxiety? Yes. Note that heart wall trapped emotions can be very heavy. So if you're experiencing some emotions that come up, it's completely normal. Thank you, Big Rich. Just be nice to yourself. Cry. We are all about the ugly crying here, because they feel good and they're the most powerful. So no shame here. We embrace it. So let me just double check. Did you release the heart wall trapped emotion of anxiety? Yes. Do you have a heart wall? Yes. Do you have a trapped emotion in your heart wall you can release right now? Yes. Failure. Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 25, no. 20, 21 years old. Hey, Nancy. So failure around 21. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the heart wall trapped emotion of failure. Whew. Did you release a heart wall trapped emotion of failure? Yes. Do you have a heart wall? No. Do you have a hidden heart wall? No. Kimmy, pew, 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 pew. You no longer have a heart wall. So good, good, good. We love it. How does everybody feel after that? Maybe some flannel. Axe in hand. Yes, Randy, let's go. We need an axe emoji. We really do. Chop that tree. Okay. So now we're going to be doing some belief code. A disclaimer with beliefs. There are a bunch of negative statements. Kimmy, your subconscious mind is picking the closest one, the energy behind it. Sometimes things will come up and you're like, well, I don't, first of all, sometimes things will come up and you're like, well, I don't really resonate with that. You have to see the whole picture. Sometimes another statement will come up and you might have to tweak it a little bit. It's similar to that, but we have to tweak it. All right, Kimmy. And sometimes these can be make you feel very vulnerable. That's why I shared you my tree. That was very vulnerable. So, I'll show you mine. You show me yours. We're still connected. All right, Kimmy. Kimmy. Do you have a faulty core belief contributing to always gotta be perfect and not good enough? Yes. Can we work on this now? Yes. I'm super excited. Okay, what kind of tree is this? Basic. Okay, we got a basic tree. Has a little bit of everything in it. So this is a negative program. So the negative programs, we're looking at the branches, okay? So you may consciously be aware of these statements. All right, so do you have a negative program? Yes. What is it? Power. Oh, they did something weird to the app. Ability. Come on, phone. I can't stop eating. So here's one of the things. We have something about not being perfect and not good enough, and we're talking about food. And maybe it's just like, I can't stop eating a certain thing, or a disco lumberjack. You're far too excited. I love this. I absolutely love this. So it could be, oh my gosh, I can't stop eating, or no, I can't stop eating. So let's continue. Let's see what else we got. So do we need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Divine, crown chakra. Purpose. I am unable to find my place in life. Unable to find my place in life. We doing belief code, girl. So do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Hey, how are ya? So power, which is the solar plexus, and change. I don't want to change. I don't want to change. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Divine, crown chakra, forgiveness. I need to punish them. This can be towards yourself as well. So I need to punish them. Maybe you need to get back at someone, take revenge. Maybe not so much slash their tires, but maybe, and I always use the text messaging one because everybody resonates with text messaging. If someone takes if you text someone and they take an hour to text you back, you're going to take 2 hours to text them back to prove a point. That's what I mean by, I don't want to, actually, I'm all right with it. Yeah. Happy February. This is so me. So yeah. So we're just at the top right now. Let's dive in a little deeper. So is there another negative program? No. Is there a limiting belief? Yes. So we're talking about the trunk. We're at the trunk right now. So you may be consciously aware, root chakra, or not, codependency. I keep losing myself in relationships. It takes longer. I have to actually write this stuff. I want to get it right. So do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Sacral chakra, passion, choices. So many choices. I resist life. It could be something about life. It could be everything. You're kind of like, ugh, no, I just kind of want to stay where is normal. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Third eye chakra, insight, body, I can't lose weight. So this can be, I cannot lose weight. Like no more weight can be lost, or I can't lose weight type of thing. Hey, Jay. So do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? No. So now we're getting to the root. Is there a faulty core belief? Yes. So what is the one that birthed this tree? Root chakra, victim. People take advantage of me. Wow, I do not know how to spell advantage of me. So, faulty core belief, the roots, people take advantage of me. So, do you need to know more? No. Is there another faulty core belief? No. Is there a faulty core identity? Yes. So, this one was given to you, absorbed during the first 7 years of your life. You either witnessed something, someone said something to you, or it was an experience and your mind immediately was like, this is truth. So this is considered the soil. Power. Performance. I'll lose my freedom. Do you need to know more? No. Is there a faulty core identity? No. So we have the tree. So we have your tree here. So the first 7 years of your life, you absorbed, I will lose my freedom. An experience happened where it created the belief, people will take advantage of me. I'm going to lose my freedom. People are going to take advantage of me. More experiences happen. I can't lose weight. I'll lose my freedom. People may take advantage of me. A lot of people do associate like with weight. If they're a certain weight, they'll be seen and maybe they'll get taken advantage of. I'm just guessing here. I resist my life. Well, of course, because I'll lose my freedom and people will take advantage of me. So of course we'll resist. I keep losing myself in relationships because people will take advantage of me and I will lose my freedom. I need to punish them because I will lose my freedom. I don't want to change. I'm unable to find my place in life. Well, yeah, because you'll lose your freedom and people will take advantage of you. And I can't stop eating. I will lose my freedom. So this may, if you look at the tree as a whole, you may notice, okay, there's a similar theme. But we're not done. We're not done. We have to get rid of the fuel source. We can't just chop that tree down because it'll grow back. We need to get rid of the fuel. It's oxygen. It's life. So let's find out. So we're going to find out if there's any trapped emotions first. So are there any trapped emotions associated with this belief system? Yes. We have failure. Do we need to know more? No. Once we identify it, we release it. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of failure. Did you release the trapped emotion of failure? Thank you. Yeah, yes, we did. And thank you for the finger hearts. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Anxiety. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of anxiety. Did you release a trapped emotion of anxiety? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Shame. Do you need to know more? No. Thank you, David. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of shame. Did you release a trapped emotion of shame? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? No. Thank you for the finger heart. So no more trapped emotions. Now we're going to go into the body code and see if there are any imbalances. So are there any imbalances associated with this belief system? Yes. Energy. Allergy or intolerance. Idea allergy. My phone is slow and I don't like it. An idea allergy. This is stranger danger. When you experience pain, intense emotion, your mind was like, whoa, and it took a snapshot of everything. So everything that you smelled, heard, the person, the environment, whatever it is considered stranger danger. So whenever you're about to get into contact with something similar, that's when your defense mechanisms kick in. So you may have a fight, flight, or freeze response, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed. You may throw pocket sand at the situation and so forth. Self-sabotage. That's your body's way of trying to protect you. It's very similar to a fear or a phobia. So let's find out what this is. Moving forward. Do you need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and release it. I set the intention to release the idea allergy to moving forward. Did you release the idea allergy to moving forward? Yes. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy. Come on, phone. Allergy or intolerance? An idea allergy. Your personality. So it could be always having to be perfect and you feeling like you're not good enough. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the idea allergy to your own personality. To your personality. Did you release the idea allergy to your personality? Yes. Is there another imbalance? No. The fuel source is gone. So now, everybody get your axes ready. We're cutting down this tree. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Kimmy, are you ready? Yes, this is something new that I learned. Something on your nose and your ears. What? Chop, chop. All right, let's go ahead and begin. I set the intention to release the negative programs. I can't stop eating. I'm unable to find my place in life. I don't want to change. I need to punish them. I release the limiting beliefs. I keep losing myself in relationships. I resist life. I can't lose weight. I release the faulty core belief. People take advantage of me. I release the faulty core identity. I lose my freedom. Whoa. Did you release this faulty core belief tree? Yes. All right. So now we released it, we chopped it down, it's gone, there's a hole there. We had to fill the hole. We either had to fill it with a couple of positive statements, or we can just like fill it, close the gap, okay, and defrag. So, do we need to replace it with positive statements? No. Can we just defrag? Yes. All right. Let's close that gap. I set the intention to close the subconscious gap and defrag. Woo! Here are the lava chills. Did you successfully close the subconscious gap and defrag? Yes. All right. And we're disconnected. Kimmy, how do you feel? Moving my subconscious mind aside, welcoming Make Me Sparkle over here. I just got like all like the butterflies in my stomach, the goosebumps. Okay. We're doing highest priority body code. So are there any blocks or imbalances of the highest priority you can release right now? Yes. Energy. Mental. And a will to. All right, so a will to energy. A will to energy is created during a time when you feel very hopeless, you feel very sad, overwhelmed with life in general, and you think something with so much intensity that your mind grabs it, runs away with it, and becomes part of your beautiful personality. So we're going to find out what this is. We have statements here. Your subconscious is going to pick the closest one to it. These are very sassy. These are usually one word in their worst case scenario. So if we get one of the sassy ones, I will explain it, okay? Never fear. Manipulate. Okay, starting off strong. Manipulation. So, manipulation, trying to get someone to do something that you want. People pleasing is a form of manipulation. It is a very harmless act. Very harmless, because you want people to like you. You don't want people to hate you or be mad at you. So you pretend to be someone you're not so people like you. That is a form of manipulation, okay? So it's not like you're like, ooh, manipulation. No, it could just easily be people pleasing. We're all guilty of it. I was guilty of it. So, nice bagoo there. Thanks, Fudan. So, do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy. Come on, phone. Offensive. A post-hypnotic suggestion. A post-hypnotic suggestion is something that isn't your own creation. You didn't have an emotion tied to it, a memory, nothing. It is absorbed. So usually you can get this during the first 7 years of your life. You can get this by someone constantly saying this to you over and over again. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You can get it from watching TV, listening to music, and playing video games. Usually when you're in that twilight state, when you're like half asleep, half awake, that's when you're more welcoming of things. So let's go ahead and find out what this is. Now, since we have the body code and there are more statements to play around with, let's go ahead and see what it is. Let's get more detailed. I am unable to find a path to fulfill my purpose. Ooh, I am unable to find a path to fulfill my purpose. Now, if you don't believe this to be true, perfect. You don't have an emotion or a memory tied to it. So your subconscious mind was doing some inventory management. It was like, what are you doing here? And it stopped running the program, but you're still holding on to the energy. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Circular system, disconnection, spirit out of body. You're like, see ya. No, I'm just kidding. You're not trying to check out and go to the other side. So whenever we experience trauma, something traumatic in our body or an intense emotion, it's kind of like it wedges out. Some part wedges out. Thank you, Fudan. So think of it as your hand is your spirit, a glove is your physical body, and sometimes, like with wear and tear, you can start getting holes in the glove, and maybe even your pinky finger starts poking out of the glove. That's similar to this. It's not like you're trying to leave, it's just a little bit of wear and tear, so we have to bring it back. Get you a new glove, essentially. So how much connection are you? Or more than 50? No. More than 40? Yes. More than 45? No. 40, 41, 42, 43. You are 43% connected. So you may have a lot of body pain, aches and pains. So you're going to feel fantastic once we get this balance, and the communication between your spirit and your physical body are 100%. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? There sure is. Energy. Offensive. Ooh, you got the spooks. So it's an entity. Now don't you worry, nothing to be afraid of. There is energy all around us. All around of it. All of the spooks. Spirits that, and these aren't your loved ones who have passed on and they're full of love and light. We're not talking about those, okay? We like those, they help us. I'm talking about the spirits that they have passed on, and for whatever reason they're judging themselves and they are punishing themselves, and they don't feel worthy, lack of a better word, to go to the other side. So they're kind of hanging out in this plane. Maybe they have unfinished business. Maybe they're punishing themselves. I don't know. So they're operating at a certain vibration. Let's say sadness. They're punishing themselves because they're sad. And here you are, you're walking around living your best life, and maybe you're sad. Maybe you're sad that day, and the entity is like, oh, hey girl, what's up? And it hangs out with you because you're matching that vibration. It makes them feel comfortable. Or it can be attracted to your light. So you're in a fabulous mood and it's like, I'm going to hang out with you because your energy makes me feel good. So it's a double-edged sword. Like I said, there's energy all around us. Have you ever walked into a room and you're just like, someone got into a fight here, but there's no evidence? Yeah, you can feel it. It's intense. You can also create your own entity, neglecting a part of yourself, acting like something is not there, where it's like you create this, I call it space junk. I don't know why. And you create this ball of energy, this entity that either floats around you or it's just in your body. So symptoms of having an entity are fatigue, physical discomfort, negativity and mood issues, addiction, feeling like something is there that doesn't belong, feeling stuck, feeling conflict or resistance coming from the outside, self-sabotage, anger at self, self-doubt, mental illness symptoms, and nightmares. Holy moly, that is a list. Usually when people are feeling really fatigued and they don't know why, usually an entity. So, do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? No. All right, children. All right. If anybody resonates with any of these, go ahead and set the intention it gets released from you as well so you can get in that secondhand healing. Let's begin. I set the intention to release this entity with love and I ask God to send it to the light. Did you release this entity? Yes. I set the intention to reset the communication to the spirit and the physical body. So it is 100% committed to each other. Is your spirit and physical body at 100% connection? Yes. I set the intention to release the post-hypnotic suggestion. I am unable to find a path to fulfill my purpose. Thank you. Did you release the post-hypnotic suggestion? I am unable to find my path to fulfill my purpose. Yes. I set the intention to release the will to manipulate. Did you release the will to manipulate? Yes. I intend to fill all the empty spaces from the releases with love, light, and gratitude. Since there is an entity there, let's fill it up with positive, that good energy. Did you fill all the empty spaces from the releases with love, light, and gratitude? Yes. Do you have any trapped emotions, or do you have any blocks or imbalances of the highest priority you can release right now? No. And we're disconnected. So, make me sparkle. How do you feel? Moving my subconscious mind aside, welcome in Jessica. And we're locked on and connected. Let's do this. It's a new, there's actually, my family has created a book of things that I say. I have to find it. I have it. I'm doing sparkly, Catherine. We need it. Yeah, all right. I'll remember to bring it next time I go live. Okay. Do you have a faulty core belief system that has to do with anxiety? Yes. Can you release this now? Yes. Let's do it. Okay, so negative program, we're looking at the branches, okay? So you may be consciously aware of this. Divine, which is crown chakra. God, oh, going in. I am less favored by God. So I look at this as them, not me. Really? And like you see things happening for other people but not for yourself. And it depends on your views on God. Do you believe there's a higher power, the universe, your higher self? Does God work through you? So this is where this is a very unique statement for you. So let's see. We should all be sparkly. We are, Catherine. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another program, negative program? Yes. Third eye chakra, insight. Body. I can't lose weight. Okay. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Power, solar plexus. Comparison. Ooh. Even. Others are better than me at blank. So this is where, Jessica, the first thing I say when I say others are better than me at blank, what is the first thought that comes to mind? Had to plug in, phone wants to die. And you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it in the chat. Just something to think about. So do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Communication. Authority. They can't tell me what to do. They can't tell me what to do. Just because they're like, no, they can't. Can you repeat the first two again? Someone was calling my phone. Absolutely. So first one was, I am less favored by God. And I said, it depends on your views on like God. It can be a higher power, the universe, your higher self, or if you believe God works through you, then it could be yourself. So it's kind of like everybody else gets things, but not me. That's how I interpret it. You may interpret it differently. The other one is, I can't lose weight. And then others are better than me others are better than me at blank. So whatever the first thing that pops in your head, and then we just did, I can't tell, they can't tell me what to do. You're very welcome. No. All right. Is there another negative program? No. So now we're going to go to the trunk. We're going to go to limiting beliefs. You may be consciously aware of these or you may not. So is there a limiting belief? Yes. Communication. Expression. I need to avoid saying blank. I need to avoid saying blank. I put my phone on do not disturb. Right. You want to be present for this. So I need to avoid saying blank. So first thing that pops in your head, that's it. Do you need to know more? No. Is there a limiting belief? Yes. Power. Comparison. Okay, so we have another statement. Others are better. Others are better than me at. And it's normal to have the same statement in a belief, in a tree. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Survival, so root chakra. Sabotage. Everyone ignores me. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Okay, here we go. Communication, throat chakra. Awareness. I don't understand why others feel hurt by me. Others feel hurt by me. Is there another limiting belief? No. All right. Is there a faulty core belief? Yes. So we're looking at the roots. All right. What is this? Passion. Trust. I just closed it. Okay. I can't trust anyone. Is there another faulty core belief? No. Is there a faulty core identity? Yes. So we're looking at the soil. This was absorbed during the first 7 years of your life. So you had no business with this. You were just like, yes, that's true. Let's see. So power, your solar plexus. Ability. I don't have what it takes. Wow, I cannot read my handwriting. Is there another faulty core identity? No. So we have the tree. We identified the tree. Let's go over it. So the faulty core identity, this was absorbed. So you either witnessed something, someone said something to you, or you had an experience that was like, I don't have what it takes. Maybe someone says, you just don't have what it takes, you know? I don't know. So because of that, you had another experience which kind of created the seed of the tree, and it began to grow. So I can't trust anyone. Can't trust no one. No, thank you. So then another experience, I don't understand why others feel hurt by me. Well, you can't trust others, and you feel like maybe you don't have what it takes. So maybe you may be mean to other people. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I'm just kind of doing my thing. And then everyone ignores me. Well, I can't trust anyone. I need to avoid saying what? You don't have what it takes. You can't trust anyone. So there's something that you avoid saying, maybe speaking your truth. So if you feel like you can't trust anyone and you feel like you don't have what it takes, that you just don't feel good enough, so you're not open and honest, and you're not like putting people in their place that need to be put in their place. They can't tell me what to do because you can't trust anyone. Others are better than me at blank. So we had that twice. I can't lose weight, and I'm less favored by God because I can't trust anyone and I do not have what it takes. So this is your tree. Now we have to find the life force of this tree. Let's identify the life force and cut it. Hey, Melissa. What? What do you mean, what? What happened? Did I say something? That's a big one, right? Hey, Kara, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to see if there are any trapped emotions. So are there any trapped emotions fueling associated with this belief system? Yeah. You said we can't say what? I don't know. It just says blank. It just says I can't say blank. Oh, we did? Oh, Jim's such a sweetheart. LA Wild. I'm super confused, but I'm going back to this. I'll figure it out when I'm done. Okay, so do you have any trapped emotions fueling or associated with this belief system? Yes. Depression. Do you need to know more? No? Let's go ahead and release it. This is associated with me. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of depression. Did you release a trapped emotion of depression? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Anxiety. Do you need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and release. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of anxiety. Did you release a trapped emotion of anxiety? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Shame. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of shame. That's a good one. Did you release a trapped emotion of shame? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Stubbornness. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of stubbornness. Did you release a trapped emotion of stubbornness? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Hello, everyone. Confusion. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of confusion. Did you release a trapped emotion of confusion? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? No. So trapped emotions that are yours, no, we're done with that. Are there any associated imbalances? Yes. Energy, mental, and a will to. So you're willing to do something. Manipulate. So this is the people pleasing. I see it as people pleasing. Do you need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and release it. I set the intention to release the will to manipulate. What's up, Erica? Did you release the will to manipulate? Yes. Is there another imbalance? No. All right, you guys, you know what time it is. We took the life source from the tree. Now it's time to chop it down. Get your axes out. Let's go. All right, Jessica, you ready? Let's do this. I set the intention to release the negative programs. I am less favored by God. I can't lose weight. Others are better than me at blank. They can't tell me what to do. I release the limiting beliefs. I need to avoid saying blank. Others are better than me at blank. Everyone ignores me. I don't understand why others feel hurt by me. I release the faulty core belief, I can't trust anyone. I release the faulty core identity, I don't have what it takes. Did you release this faulty core belief system? Yes, it is done. It is gone. Good job, guys. Now we have a space. Let's fill it up. How do we fill it? So do we need to fill it with positive statements? No. Can we just fill the gap and defrag? We sure can. Let's do this. I set the intention to release the subconscious gap and defrag. Did you release the subconscious gap and defrag? Yes. And we are disconnected. Ready? Moving my subconscious mind aside, welcoming yours over here. We're locked on and connected. Immediate lava chills. Girl, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? Okay, so this is going to be a good one. Do you have a faulty core belief system, an unwanted tree that's contributing to not trusting self and self-doubt? Yes. Can we release this now? Yes. All right, what kind of tree is this? It is a basic tree. I was afraid it was going to be a parallel, and I would have been nervous to be like, all right, guys, we're done for the evening. It's just going to be me and TayaJoan. Okay, so we have a basic tree. We're going to focus on, come on, phone. This is my old phone. It's a little slow, and I don't like it. So we're going to work on we're going to start from the branches. This is what you are consciously aware of. These are the conscious thoughts you may have. So do you have any negative programs? Yes. Survival, so root chakra. Sabotage fits so far. Now I'm going to find this statement. I am hopeless. Oops. So I am hopeless. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Power, solar plexus. Comparison. Ooh. I am weak around my friends. So I can look at this in a couple of ways. People, your friends make fun of you. You can't stick up for yourself, or they peer pressure you into doing things. They're like, come on, go ahead. Parkour on this building or something. So do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Divine, crown chakra. Purpose. I am unable to find my place in life. This came up with someone else, I think. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Communication, throat chakra, awareness. I am completely on my own. Okay. Is there... Oh, it's okay, Mary. Just take your time. You're fine. You're good. I increased it, so don't worry about it. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? No. So now we're getting a little deeper into your mind. So now the limiting beliefs, they can be conscious or they're subconscious. Okay. So do you have any limiting beliefs? Yes. Crown chakra, divine. Higher self. I will never create anything. There's a self-doubt and trust right there. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Divine. Success. I am only successful if blank. I am only successful if blank. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Divine. Success. Success will make me a bad person. That has a lot to do, like you see that with money. Because you feel like, oh, when people have money, they're corrupt. And we're like, no, we don't want to be like that. And it prevents us from bringing money in. And we're like, we want the money, but subconsciously we're like, you're subconscious like, dude, we have the belief that money makes people evil and we don't want that. Yep, feel that? Boom. Is there another limiting belief? No. So now we're getting a step further in your subconscious. Oh, in your unconscious. Subconscious, unconscious. It's allowing it, we're like sweet talking your mind right now. So a faulty core belief. This is your roots. Do you have a faulty core belief? Yes. Divine. A lot of crown chakra. Faith. I need something external to heal me. I must be very pure then because I'm broke. Oh my God. I feel nauseous, so this is good. Yes, nausea is good. I completely believe, I hope it's right. It is. It'll be perfect, Carmen. All right. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another faulty core belief? No. So now we're going to see if there's a faulty core identity. Is there a faulty core identity? Yes. Ooh, love. Heart chakra. Feelings. I hate being touched. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay. Is there another faulty core identity? No. So since the crown chakra came up a lot, crown chakra is about self-realization, spirit, wisdom, and spirituality, your pineal gland, nervous system, your central nervous system, and then self-actualization and transcendence. This is interesting because I love the idea of being touched, but it also icks me. Okay, I'm glad you confirmed that because sometimes, like, I'm not supposed to know. Like, sometimes I feel like there's a curveball. Like, I don't know if this resonates. And people are like, no, that resonates. So, something happened, first 7 years of your life, you had the belief, I hate being touched. Don't want it, don't need it. And like I said, you crave it, but your unconscious is like, no. So then something happened where an experience happened where you feel like I need something external to heal me. You don't believe in your ability to heal. That's where that self-doubt and that trust comes in. Success will make me a bad person. So, you know, you don't take chances. Maybe you're afraid of being successful because, you know, we talked about the money thing and you confirm that. I'm only successful if blank. Maybe if you're suffering, maybe if you're a bad person, I don't know. I will never create anything. So yeah, and there's that self-doubt and that trust. So I'm completely on my own. I am unable to find my place in life. I am weak around my friends and I am hopeless. So that's your tree. If I really spend time to heal myself, I always go outside myself. Oh my God. So this is gonna help you in multiple areas. All right, you guys, you know what's time? You know what we have to do now? We have to identify the fuel source. All right. So are there any limiting beliefs fueling this tree, contributing to this negative core belief system? Yes. Anxiety. All right, where are my magnets at? Do you need to know more? No. This is big. Yeah, so buckle up. You might start feeling some sensations in your body. Lead or unlead? Both. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of anxiety. Did you release the trapped emotion of anxiety? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Lust. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of lust. Did you release the trapped emotion of lust? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Grief. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of grief. Did you release the trapped emotion of grief? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? No. So now let's go to the body code. Are there any other imbalances? Yes. Energy. Allergy or intolerance. An idea allergy. The past repeating itself. Do you need to know more? No. Let's get rid of it. I set the intention to release the idea allergy to the past repeating itself. Did you release the idea allergy to the past repeating itself? Yes. Why connections good over here? Oh, welcome. Hey, let's grow Mo. Did you release the idea allergy, the past repeating itself? Yes. Is there another imbalance? No. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. The fuel source is gone. Chop that tree. Get your axes, chainsaw, machetes. All right, TayaJoan, you ready? Let's do it. Thank you, Big Willie. I intend to release the negative programs. I am hopeless. I am weak around my friends. I am unable to find my place in life. I am completely on my own. I release the limiting beliefs. I will never create anything. I am only successful if blank. Ooh, that was a good one. Success will make me a bad person. I release the negative core belief. I need something external to heal me. I release the faulty core identity. I hate being touched. Did you release the faulty core belief system? Yes. The negative program? Yeah. The limiting beliefs? Yes. And the faulty core belief? Yes. And the faulty core identity? Yes. The tree is gone. Now let's fill it up. That good energy. Do we need positive statements? No. Can we just defrag? Yes. All right. Let's put some good energy in there. Some love, confidence, and all that good stuff. I set the intention to fill the subconscious gap and defrag. Did you fill the subconscious gap and defrag? Yes. Do you have a faulty core belief system contributing to not trusting self and self-doubt? No. And we're disconnected. How do you feel? Moving my subconscious mind aside, welcoming Carmen over here. And we're locked on and connected. So, is there an association with a faulty core belief with the left shoulder, skin rash, not trusting self and self-doubt? Yes. So they're all kind of contributing to one another. Yes. Let's go. So there's a faulty core belief system with these. Yes. Can we work on this now? Yes. It is a basic system. All right, so we're going to find the negative program. So the branches, you may be consciously aware of these statements. All right, so what is the negative program? Communication, throat chakra, ego, others owe me. So others owe me. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Communication, throat chakra, authority, It's bad to disobey authority. Oops. And it's unique to, like, who is the authority in your life? It could be one person, multiple people, and so forth. So do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Divine, crown chakra, God. God is a vengeful God. So this can be depending on your views on God, higher self, universe. God works through you. So maybe it's towards yourself too. If you believe you're the image of God, it could be towards yourself. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Love. We're just hitting all the chakras. Feelings. I don't feel wanted. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? No. So we're going to go to the limiting beliefs. Unconscious, conscious is kind of like in between. You may think these, you may not. But we're at the trunk now. Do you have a limiting belief? Yes. Passion. So sacral. Choices. My life is not my own. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Survival, root chakra. Worth. I am inferior to others. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Survival, root chakra. Sabotage. I am doomed. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? No. Okay, so I am doomed is a little harsh. So it can be, doomed could be, like if you feel like you're not good enough, it's kind of like that can be a form of doom. Like you're always going to live like this. You're punishing yourself. You're not going to take chances. So that's how I see it. Have a good one. Have a good night. Is there a faulty core belief? Yes. Third eye, so insight. Defect. I am a thief. So you want to think about when I say I am a thief, what comes up. And it can also be the feeling of it, like you're taking away from yourself. It's almost like you're holding back yourself from moving on to something new. So it could be the feeling of something being taken away from you, from yourself. So I don't think you're like going around stealing from people. Maybe you are, I don't know, but I don't think you are. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another faulty core belief? No. Is there a faulty core identity? Yes. So this is the soil. So this was absorbed into your life. I resonate with all so far. However, I thought I would work. I thought I worked through those. So you have worked through it. So you could have worked through other things, but this one is just like so complex that you may have worked on other statements and kind of released it. But sometimes, this system can be very impactful. So don't think that all your work was for nothing. It has impacted your life. This one is just a little stubborn ball of energy. Very stubborn. All right. So let's find out what the faulty core identity is. Survival. Codependency. I keep losing myself in relationships. All right. So something happened first 7 years of your life where you either witnessed something, someone said it to you, or you experienced something which created the belief, I keep losing myself in relationships. And then over time, through your experiences, it's kind of like your experiences, your intense emotions kind of fueled this. So something happened where you felt like you were a thief. Maybe you were a thief to yourself because you keep losing yourself in relationships. So it's like you're taking away your power. You're taking away your identity. I am doomed. Well, it may be because you're doomed. Like, I'm not good enough. I'm not, like, this is what it's going to be like, almost like punishing, kind of like what I explained before. I am inferior to others. Everyone's better than me. I can't be like other people. I don't feel wanted. Nobody wants me because I keep stealing for myself. I have no power. And maybe you just, like, since you keep losing yourself in relationships, it's kind of like, who are you? What parts of you are you and other people that you kind of absorbed? God is a vengeful God, maybe punishing yourself. It's bad to disobey authority, maybe another person, significant other. It could go back to childhood or military or anything like that. And then others owe me. So that's your tree. So that is your tree, a very intense tree. So now we're going to find out what is fueling this tree and what is this tree creating for you. Hey, Nikki. And probably came back. Yes. Sometimes when you release it, especially with this, it can come back. If you have another experience, an intense emotion, another experience, it can come back. Fuel it. All right. So let's find out what is fueling this. So do you have any trapped emotions fueling this system? Yes. Lack of control. Do you need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and release it. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of lack of control. Did you release the trapped emotion of lack of control? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Unsupported. Do you need to know more? No. Let's release it. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of unsupported. Did you release a trapped emotion of unsupported? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Grief. Do you need to know more? No. Let's release. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of grief. Did you release a trapped emotion of grief? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Betrayal. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of betrayal. Did you release a trapped emotion of betrayal? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Self-abuse. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of self-abuse. Did you release a trapped emotion of self-abuse? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Heartache. Do you need to know more? No. Thank you for the rose. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of heartache. Did you release a trapped emotion of heartache? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Thank you for the rose. Confusion. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release a trapped emotion of confusion. Did you release a trapped emotion of confusion? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Abandonment. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release a trapped emotion of abandonment. Did you release the trapped emotion of abandonment? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? No. So We release the trapped emotions that you created. Now we're going to go to the body code. Are there any associated imbalances with this belief system? Yes. Energy, mental, and a will to. Come on, phone. A will to hide true self. Okay. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the will to hide true self. Did you release the will to hide true self? Yes. Is there another imbalance? No. Man, I was in the zone there. Woo! Okay. So we got rid of the fuel source, things that were fueling the system and things that the system, your belief system, was creating. So you know what time it is. Chop it down. We're going to chop this tree down. All right, Carmen, you ready? So I think you said that their physical things went away and those physical things went away and came back. It's kind of like, it's like half in, half out. How can I benefit from your practice? Sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right. Carmen's ready. Let's do this. I set the intention to release the negative programs. Others owe me. It's bad to disobey authority. God is a vengeful God. I don't feel wanted. I release the limiting beliefs. My life is not my own. I am inferior to others. I am doomed. I release the faulty core belief. I am a thief. I release the faulty core identity. I keep losing myself in relationships. Did you release all the belief systems, the negative programs, limiting beliefs, negative core belief, and negative core identity from this tree? Yes. Okay. The tree is done, gone. It's in, I don't know where it is, but it's not here anymore. So now we have a hole, so we have to replace this. So can we, do we need a positive statement? No. Can we just defrag? Yes. So we're just going to close the gap, clean it up. So the brain doesn't get confused. The mind, the subconscious doesn't get confused. So I set the intention to release the subconscious gap and defrag. Woo! Did you release the subconscious gap and defrag? Yes. Do you have a faulty core belief system in regards to the left shoulder, rash, not trusting self, and self-doubt? No. And we're disconnected. Merrie. Are you ready to chop some trees down, Merrie? Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready to chop a tree down. I'm ready. I'm excited. And everybody else is excited. Let's do this. Moving my subconscious mind aside, welcoming Merrie over here, and we're locked on and connected. It is fun. I love it. Lumberjack class. See, yeah, teaching you guys how to chop trees down. You know what? If I can't find me a man who can chop down a tree and build me a cabin, I'll just do it myself. All right, Merrie. We're connected still. Do you have a faulty core belief system in regards to love? Yes. Can you work on this now? Yes. All right, we're working with a basic tree. I need chapstick. Yeah, it's 2024. I can build my own cabin. I don't really want to. I would have liked someone else to build it, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. I'm sick of waiting. Okay, Merrie. Do you have a negative program? Yes. Love, heart chakra, feelings. Whoops, scroll too far. I don't feel valued. Okay. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Love. Feelings. Oops. Oops. There is no such thing as true love. Ooh, that one hit deep. Okay. Do you need to know more? No. I want a village and we can each build cabins together for each other. I love that, Lisa. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Love. Partner. I am stuck in this horrible abusive relationship. Now, if you are physically getting harmed, you need to get out of there. This relationship could be with yourself. We are mean to each other, ourselves. We're dicks to ourselves. Just gonna say it. So it could be towards yourself as well. That negative self-talk. If we talk to people how we talk to ourselves, we would be considered toxic and abusive. Merrie, merrie, merrie. All right, do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Divine. Crown chakra. Success. My dreams are dead. And I don't know if I said this, so these are your conscious thoughts. You may think these or be aware of these thoughts. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting the release burp. Excuse me. Is there another negative program? No. Is there a limiting belief? Yes. So we're at the trunk. May be aware of these thoughts. May not be aware of these thoughts. Love. Partner. I can't trust my partner. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Communication. Authority. And throat chakra. That's throat chakra. I need to obey authority no matter what. Oops. Okay. Is there another limiting belief? No. Okay, so you just 2 limiting beliefs there. Now, faulty core belief. We're at the roots. So is there a faulty core belief? Yes. Love. Self. I can't really love myself. Okay, this is really good. Very intense, but very good. Okay. Is there another faulty core belief? No. Is there a faulty core identity? Yes. So this is the soil. You absorb this early years, okay? And this kind of set you up for life. Love. Feelings. I am unable to be kind. Now, this doesn't mean like you're not kind to other people. This could be yourself. You are not kind to yourself. So, hold on. Is there another faulty core identity? Just want to make sure. No. So, let's talk about your tree. First 7 years of your life, you absorb something. I am unable to be kind. This could be to yourself or other people. I think it's to yourself. Just by looking at your tree, I think it's yourself. And because of that, you had an experience where I can't really love myself. I'm unable to be kind to myself. I need to obey authority no matter what, because I can't really love myself and I cannot be kind. I can't trust my partner because I really can't love myself. It's like you can't, and trust can be for yourself as well. My dreams are dead. Can't love myself. Dreams are dead. I am stuck in this horrible abusive relationship, and I really think that's towards yourself. I can't really love myself, and I am unable to be kind. Unable to be kind, so you're abusive to yourself. There's no such thing as true love. Well, if you can't love yourself, then how does anybody expect there to be true love? And I don't feel valued. You can't really feel valued if you can't love yourself and you're not kind to yourself. So this is your tree. Very powerful. Very powerful. So let's find the fuel source so we can knock it down, chop it up, get rid of it, send it to the chopper. Chipper. Chopper, chipper? Chipper chopper. Send it to the chipper chopper. Okay. Are there any trapped emotions associated with this belief system? Yes. Helplessness. Do you need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and release it. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of helplessness. Did you release the trapped emotion of helplessness? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Failure. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of failure. Did you release the trapped emotion of failure? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Lack of control. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of lack of control. Did you release the trapped emotion of lack of control? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Heartache. Do you need to know more? No. I set the intention to release the trapped emotion of heartache. Did you release the trapped emotion of heartache? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. I got really confused there for a second. My brain went bagoo. So we have sadness. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the trapped emotion of sadness. Did you release the trapped emotion of sadness? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? No. No more trapped emotions that you created, but let's see if there's any associated imbalances. Are there any associated imbalances with this tree? Yes. Energy. Allergy or intolerance. Idea allergy. Love. Idea allergy to love. Do you need to know more? No. Let's release this. I intend to release the idea allergy to love. Did you release the idea allergy to love? Yes. Bye. Get out of here. We're done with it. Is there another imbalance? No. So these were fueling this tree. And so what's interesting is that the things that we uncovered sometimes don't show up because they are part of this system. So you can be doing emotion code on yourself like all day, every day, but these wouldn't come up because they're attached to the system. Isn't that wild? Okay, you know what time it is. Chop that tree. Chop it tree. Chop that tree, send it to chopper. Let's begin. I intend to release the negative programs. I don't feel wanted. Excuse me, I don't feel valued. Release that. And I don't feel wanted. Why not? Thank you, Jim. There is no such thing as true love. I'm stuck in this horrible abusive relationship. My dreams are dead. I release the limiting beliefs. I can't trust my partner. I need to obey authority no matter what. I release the faulty core belief. I can't really love myself. I release the faulty core identity. I am unable to be kind. Did you release the negative program? Yes. All the limiting beliefs? Yes. The faulty core belief? Yes. And the faulty core identity? Yes. Has this tree been chopped up? Has this tree been chopped up? No. Is there more to it? No. Have we released the tree? Yes. Okay. I don't think it liked being chopped, the word chopped up. It's gone. It's not chopped up. It's gone. Okay. Be more specific. All right, so now we have a hole. We got to fill the hole. Let's fill the hole. Do we need positive statements? No. Can we defrag? Yes. I set the intention to release the subconscious gap and defrag. Did you release the subconscious gap and defrag? Yes. Have you released the faulty core belief system in regards to love? Yes. Is there anything else contributing to it? No. Woo! And we are disconnected. I'm sweating over here. To the chopper, the chopper. Send it to the chopper. Moving my subconscious mind aside, welcoming Alice over here. We're locked on and connected. I can't read your mind. So you don't have to have a clear thought. You don't have to freeze. Just relax. Just relax. You may feel sensations in your body as we're uncovering things. It is completely normal, okay? So if you need to cry, cry. If you feel uncomfortable in your body, it's normal. So any sensation that you feel is normal. Even if you're not feeling any sensation, it is still normal. This experience is unique to you. All right, well, I have water all over my face. Okay, so back to Alice. So do you have any trapped emotions contributing to any limiting beliefs? Yes. Can you release this now? Yes. Straight from the jump, we got inherited. You had nothing to do with this. It was given to you by one of your parents on one of the sides. So we'll find out what side and how many generations. So what did you inherit? Effort unreceived. Who'd you get this from? Your mom? No. Your dad? Yes. So you got this from your dad. Is this his? No. Did he get from his mom? No. His dad? Yes. Is this his? Yes. So your grandfather. Your grandfather created an emotion, held on to it, gave it to your dad, who gave it to you. What's cool, when we release it, it's going to be released from anybody who has this. So if you have any siblings, children, grandchildren, nieces, cousins, whatever, if they have this, it'll be released today. Thank you, guys. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. All right, this one's yours. Self-abuse. Self-abuse means a lot of different things. One, negative self-talk. We are mean to ourselves. It's also physically not taking care of ourselves, so not getting enough sleep, poor diet, drugs, alcohol, and so forth. And then 3 is physically harming ourselves. And you're crying, Jess? Normal. That's normal. We're all about the crying here, so let it out. That is a very powerful release, okay? But drink your water, hydrate. So self-abuse, when did this occur? Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 30, no. After 25, yes. 25, 26, 27. So around 27 years old, you experience self-abuse. If you don't remember, that's okay. In the next couple of days, you're going to start getting flooded with memories. You won't have an emotional response because we release the memory, or we release the emotion tied to the memory. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. This is yours. Rejection. Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 30, yes. After 40, no. After 35, yes. 35, 36. So rejection around 36 years old. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Failure. Before 20, yes. Before 10, no. After 10, yes. After 15, yes. 15, 16, 17. Failure around 17. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of it. We don't want it. Stubbornness. Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 30, yes. After 40, no. After 35, no. 30, 31 years old. So stubbornness around 31 years old. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Let's get rid of it. All right. Helplessness. Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 30, no. After 25, yes. 25, 26, 27 years old. So helplessness around 27 years old. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? No. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6. Okay. Now, if anybody resonates with any of these trapped emotions, go ahead and set the intention it gets released from you as well, so you can get in on this secondhand healing. Let's go. I intend to release a trapped emotion of helplessness. Did you release a trapped emotion of helplessness? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of stubbornness. Did you release a trapped emotion of stubbornness? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of failure. Did you release the trapped emotion of failure? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of rejection. Did you release the trapped emotion of rejection? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of self-abuse. Did you release the trapped emotion of self-abuse? Yes. I intend to release the inherited trapped emotion of effort unreceived. Did you, oh my goodness, did you release the inherited trapped emotion of effort unreceived? Yes. Do you have any trapped emotions contributing to any limiting beliefs? No. Okay, so round one. How do you feel, Alice? Let's get into the body code. All right. Do you have any blocks or imbalances contributing to any limiting beliefs? Yes. Can you release this now? Yes. Intense for you? Good. Yay. All right. What do we got? Energy. Allergy or intolerance. An idea allergy. Ooh. So an idea allergy is created by your good old mind. You got hurt in the past and it's like, whoa, never want to experience that again. So whenever, let's do heartache. Relationships are so easy because we can resonate with this. So your first heartbreak, it hurt, it's awful. And you're like, no, I never want to experience that again. So then you heal from it and then you move on. But your subconscious mind remembers. Your mind remembers everything. And it's like, that hurt. I'm going to remember everything that happened. So it takes a snapshot of everything that happened. The moments before, leading up to the heartbreak, maybe the conversation, maybe even the time of the heartbreak, the smells, anything, whatever it is, it takes note. So you heal from that. And then you go into your next relationship, living your best life, getting to know the person. And then all of a sudden you get to a point where it's starting to look similar to the past relationship where you got your heart broken and your mind goes to like stranger danger. And so it starts creating those unique defense mechanisms for you. So you can have a fight, flight, or freeze response. You can self-sabotage. You can be angry, feel overwhelmed. You can throw a flashbang, whatever it is. It's your body's way of trying to get you out of there. It's very similar to a fear or a phobia. So if you are afraid of teddy bears and you are next to a teddy bear, how do you feel? Anxious, anxiety, sweating, nauseous, wanting to run away, and so forth. That's what this is. So there is a chart here. We're going to find what the closest statement is. Okay? Being doubted or mistrusted. So how I see this is that you do not put yourself in a position where you are doubted or mistrusted. Nope, nope, nope. So you may not speak up. Throat chakra. You may not be in charge of something, be the lead in something. Just anything where you're in charge and control and there's a chance where you may be wrong. You're like, nope, not co-signing for that. You may resonate with something else too, something that I didn't even say, okay? So do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes, exactly. All right. All right. Yeah. So energy, allergy or intolerance, and an idea allergy. These are good that they're coming up because these are the ones that are really preventing us from moving forward. They're preventing us from taking risks, going after our passions, being our authentic self. So it's good that these are coming up, okay? Feeling safe to be yourself. So this can be in general. It can be with certain groups of people. Maybe your friends, you're an open book, maybe, or just your family, but then other people you're just like, no. And there could be a part of yourself that you're afraid of people knowing. Maybe you had something happen in the past and you're just like, ooh, if people find out about this, then I'm not safe. Sharing your opinion, just being yourself in general. There's a lot of layers to this one. A lot of interpretations and a lot of layers. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy, allergy or intolerance. Another idea allergy. Good, good, good. Let's get rid of it. Being disconnected. Maybe getting, if you're not in the loop of something, maybe if people, you feel like you're being left out, being disconnected. It could be part of like loneliness as well. And whatever resonates with you. This one's an interesting one. I'm trying to like put myself in the position, being disconnected. I think just isolation, connected from the world, maybe like being disconnected from the world. Yes. Okay. Okay. Cool. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy. Mental. And a will to. Okay. This is something you're willing to do. And it's not something we want. This is created during a short period of time where you're experiencing sadness, overwhelm, hopelessness, and you thought something was so much intensity. You were mad, you were angry, you were overwhelmed. You know how everybody gets this way. You thought it was so much intensity that your mind's like, oh, grabbed it, ran away with it, and it became part of your personality. These are harsh. They're usually one word. In the worst case scenario, I do my best to de-escalate it and give examples, okay? So don't be like, oh, like offended. Don't worry, don't you? I got you. All right, so seek love or recognition from the outside or others. Seek love, recognition from outside others. You can't love yourself, so you look outside yourself. You need that approval. So based on how people are acting will determine how you feel inside. Left out. Okay. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy. Mental. And a no will to. Now this is the opposite. You're like, I ain't co-signing for this. You're not going to look at it. You're not going to acknowledge it. It doesn't exist in your world. Receiving support. You can consciously crave the support, want the support, but then when it is handed to you, you're like, nope, don't want it, and you like run away. And it's that can be a sense of like safety, not feeling good enough, or you can look at it as you need that control. You need to know what's going on, or if you allow someone to help you, you may feel weak, and you want to appear to be strong. Okay. All right. So, do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? No. Alice, these are juicy. So, if anybody resonates with any of these blocks or imbalances, please set the intention it gets released from you as well, so you can get in on that second-hand healing. Let's go. I set the intention to release the no will to receive support. Did you release the no will to receive support? Yes. I intend to release the will to seek love, recognition from the outside and others. Did you release the will to seek love and recognition from the outside and others? Yes. I intend to release the idea allergy to being disconnected. Did you release the idea allergy to being disconnected? Yes. I intend to release the idea allergy to feeling safe to be yourself. Woo. Did you release the idea allergy to feeling safe to be yourself? Yes. I intend to release the idea allergy to being doubted or mistrusted. Did you release the idea allergy to being doubted or mistrusted? Yes. Do you have any blocks or imbalances contributing to any limiting beliefs? No. And we're disconnected. How do you feel, Alice? How does everybody else feel? All right, so moving my subconscious mind aside, welcoming you over here, bymantal, and we're locked on and connected. You're very welcome. So do you have any blocks or imbalances of the highest priority you can release right now? Yes. Circuit or system? Love. Okay. We'll do love. Thank you. All right. System. Urinary system. And oh gosh, I don't know how to say this. I'm not a medical professional. Your ureter. It is the tubes from your kidneys that goes to your bladder. Ureter. Well, today it will be called the ureter. Let's see. There are no symptoms of an imbalance. It's just unhappy for some reason. I'm saying it right. Thank you, guys. All right. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Pathogen. Energy of a pathogen. Energetic parasite. Is this inherited? Yeah, so this isn't even yours. I was about to say, listen, let's have a conversation, but it's inherited, so we don't need to talk about it. I'm just kidding. So an energy of a parasite. What in the world is this woman talking about? I like to think of it as us humans have a physical and a subtle body. Everything else has a physical and subtle body. So I think that the pathogen or the parasite physical body was gone, but the subtle body stayed. The soul maybe stayed, or the subtle body. That's what we're talking about, the energy, like energetic leftovers. So even though this isn't yours and it is inherited, you could have the following symptoms. And this is a list. Woo! So digestive upsets, muscle aches, fatigue and weakness, anxiety, rash, weight loss, appetite increase or decrease, sleeping problems, allergies, generally just feeling unwell, and fevers. Wow, I always thought it was mine. No. So you may dabble in some of those, you may not. But just know it's not yours. Let's find out who gave this to you, who gifted you this energy. Mom's side, dad's side. So it was your dad's side. Was this his? Yes. So it was your dad. Oh my God, all the above. Yeah. So you can go and thank your dad. Be like, thank you for this. And what's cool is that it will be released from him as well, and anybody else who may have it. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Circuit or system. Organs. Your bladder. A lot of urinary things are coming up, so I hope you're okay. So your bladder is unhappy. When your bladder is unhappy, it's going to manifest the following symptoms. Discomfort in the lower back, knees, ankles, or foot, and disruption of sleep. It also generates the following emotions. So you may feel these emotions more than you would like, and that includes blaming, dread, fear, peeved, conflict, creative insecurity, terror, unsupported, and a wishy-washy. It's a lot there. You may dabble, one or two, or the whole list. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. All right. Energy, allergy or intolerance, an idea allergy, so stranger danger. Hello, Royally. The bad word. I know. Well, I have to say it. He just like sassed me and ran away. You have an idea allergy to vulnerability. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy, allergy or intolerance, an idea allergy. Loneliness. You just cannot be alone. It can be emotionally lonely, physically lonely, or all the above. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy. Offensive. A post-hypnotic suggestion. This ain't yours. You absorb this in some way. It could be the first 7 years of your life you absorb this statement. Listening to movies or watching movies, listening to music, video games, or from another person. We get at that twilight state where we're kind of like half asleep and maybe we fall asleep on the couch. We're bringing in some suggestion. So let's find out what this is. I don't deserve love. If you don't believe this to be true, your subconscious mind figured it out because there is no emotion or memory tied to this. If you do believe this to be true, start saying your goodbyes because shortly we're going to be releasing it. Don't worry about it. Say your goodbyes. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as always, should we move or stay here? Well, if you want to stay here and get part of the secondhand healing, highly recommend it. So if anybody resonates with any of the blocks or imbalances that were uncovered, go ahead and set the intention it gets released from you as well, so you can get in on that secondhand healing. Let's go. I intend to release the post-hypnotic suggestion, I don't deserve love. Did you release a post-hypnotic suggestion, I don't deserve love? Yes. I intend to release the idea allergy to loneliness. Ooh. Did you release the idea allergy to loneliness? Yes. I intend to release the idea allergy to vulnerability. Did you release the idea allergy to vulnerability? Yes. I intend to reset and balance the bladder. Did you reset and balance the bladder? Yes. I intend to release the inherited energetic parasite pathogen. Did you release the inherited energetic parasite pathogen? Yes. I intend to reset and balance the ureter. Did you reset and balance the ureter? Yes. Do you have any blocks or imbalances of the highest priority you can release right now? No. Okay. All right. How do you feel? How does everybody else feel? Now we're getting into some belief code. Let's go. Let's have a conversation with the mind, but we have to be friendly with the mind first. We can't just like go straight into the unconscious. So let's like sweet talk bymantal's mind, shall we? Burping is normal. It is a form of release. Yes. Is there a faulty core belief system in regards to love? Yes. Can you work on this now? Yes. All right. Is this a, oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me look at the chart. Is this a, all right, basic. Okay. So we're going to work on the branches. You may be consciously, you're usually, okay, we're focusing on the conscious mind. So these statements you may resonate with more. You may think these more often or relate to them. So do you have, what is the negative program? Love, feelings, my feelings get hurt easily. Okay. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Love, feeling, it's safer for me to be alone. Ooh. Okay. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Survival. Victim. So this is the root chakra. Nothing turns out right. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Survival, so root chakra again. Victim. I'm always being blamed. Okay. Is there another negative program? No. So now we're going to beliefs, limiting beliefs. This is the trunk. So is there a limiting belief? Yes. Survival. Worth. So root chakra. I am nothing. Okay. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Survival, root chakra. Worth. I am not lovable. I am glad we're working on this because this has got to go. All right. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yeah. These are things I never tell anyone. Yeah. So, this can be very spooky. Very spooky. It's almost like I'm not looking into your soul, but it feels like someone is looking into your soul and like reading your thoughts. It is very spooky, but we are all friends here. That's why I showed the things that I've been working on to kind of be like, hey, I'm being vulnerable with you guys because you guys are going to be vulnerable with me. So yeah, it can be very spooky. Very, very, very spooky. But we're saying goodbye to these. They're coming up to say goodbye. So I don't want anybody to feel bad about this, embarrassed about this. Healing is messy. And I can tell you what, I can resonate with every single one of these too. So you are not the only one. So let's heal together. All right, let's continue. So there's another limiting belief. Yes. Survival. Worth. I am ashamed of my problems. Tell you what, this one was something that took me a while to overcome because of my trauma from my past. I was very ashamed of it. Very ashamed. So do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? No. Okay. So faulty, can't say the word, faulty core belief. This is the roots. Okay. So now we're getting deep into your unconscious mind right now. So is there a faulty core belief? Yes. See, now I'm burping. This is good. Feelings. So we're in the heart chakra. I don't feel wanted. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another faulty core belief? No. Okay, so now I'm going to see if there is a faulty core identity. Is there a faulty core identity? Yes. So this was absorbed the first 7 years of your life. So let's find out what this is. Love, heart chakra, feelings. My feelings don't matter. Okay. Is there another faulty core identity? No. So we have the tree. We got it. We got the whole thing. So this whole tree, it all started with the belief during the first 7 years of your life. You either witnessed something, someone said something to you, or based on experience, because we don't have a conscious mind until 7 years old. We don't reason until 7. So if we see two people fighting about money, we're like, money is bad. Money is evil. But as adults, or as we get our conscious mind, we see two people fighting about money. We're like, oh, you know, the economy, things are a little tough right now. They're just scared. They're just angry, blah, blah, blah. We can like come up with reasons why they're mad. We're not like, oh, money is bad. So you started off with first 7 years of your life, you got my feelings don't matter. Your feelings don't matter whatsoever. And so then as you started having the human experience, you started fueling this based on those experiences. So then you got the, I don't feel wanted. Well, why wouldn't you feel not wanted? Because your feelings don't matter. And then another experience, I'm ashamed of my problems because my feelings don't matter and I don't feel wanted. I am not lovable. Well, I don't feel wanted, so I don't feel lovable. I am nothing. Well, if my feelings don't matter and if I don't feel wanted, then I'm nothing. Like, it's just difficult. I'm always being blamed. Nothing turns out right. It's safer for me to be alone, and my feelings get hurt easily. So this is a huge tree. Very intense. You always make me cry. It's good that, okay, yeah, I'm sorry you're crying. These are very intense because you kind of, it makes sense. Like for me, when I looked at my tree, I showed my heartache tree. You look at it and you're like, holy moly, this is true. Like I'm running this, and it's very, it's uncomfortable, it's spooky, it hurts, but we're identifying it to release it. We're going to be chopping this tree down, so don't you worry. So start saying your goodbyes. So you got this. And everybody who's done a session today, thank you for being vulnerable in doing this in front of everybody. It's a very intense experience. So let's see what is, well, it hurts. Don't you worry. It hurts now, but once we release it, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel better. So let's find what's fueling this. So are there any trapped emotions contributing to this belief system? Yes. So heartache. I'll work fast so you can feel better. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the trapped emotion of heartache. Did you release the trapped emotion of heartache? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Effort unreceived. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the trapped emotion of effort unreceived. Did you release the trapped emotion of effort unreceived? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Self-abuse. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the trapped emotion of self-abuse. Oops. Did you release the trapped emotion of self-abuse? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Heartache. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the trapped emotion of heartache. Did you release the trapped emotion of heartache? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? No. So no trapped emotions. Let's see if there's any other imbalances. So are there any other associated imbalances contributing to this belief system? Yes. Energy. Allergy or intolerance. Idea allergy. So love, just love in general. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the idea allergy to love. Did you release the idea allergy to love? Yes. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy. Reverberation. An emotional reverberation. Now this is created. This is an emotion created by your belief system. So what is this? Helplessness. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the emotional reverberation of helplessness. Did you release the emotional reverberation of helplessness? Yes. Is there another imbalance? No. Okay, so we gathered everything. So, you know what time it is? Let's chop this tree down. Let's get rid of it. We're unavailable for it. We're done. We don't want it. All right. Are you ready? Let's do this, okay? I intend to release the negative programs. My feelings get hurt easily. It is safe for me to be alone. Nothing turns out right. I am always being blamed. I release the limiting beliefs. I am nothing. I am not lovable. I am ashamed of my problems. I release the faulty core belief. I don't feel wanted. I release the faulty core identity. My feelings don't matter. Did you release the negative programs? Yes. The limiting beliefs? Yes. The faulty core belief? Yes. And the faulty core identity? Yes. Has this tree been removed? Yes. The tree is gone. The tree is gone. So do we need to replace with positive statements? No. Can we just fill the gap and defrag? Yes. Okay. I intend to release the subconscious gap and defrag. Did you release the subconscious gap and defrag? Yes. And we are disconnected. How do you feel, bymantal? Moving my subconscious mind aside, welcoming Takara, only one me over here. And we're locked on and connected, and we're doing emotion code, highest priority. Ooh, I love me some emotion code, highest priority. I already have the burps. Yeah, they were. Okay, thank you for confirming that. I was like, I'm pretty sure that was them. Okay, do you have any trapped emotions of the highest priority you can release right now? Yes, this is yours. Frustration. Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 30, no. After 25, yes. 25, 26. So around 26 years old, you were experiencing a little bit of frustration. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Yours? Anxiety? Before 20, yes. Before 10, no. After 10, yes. After 15, yes. 15, 16, 17. Who isn't? Who doesn't have anxiety around 17? So around 17 years old, anxiety. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Failure. Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 30, yes. After 40, no. After 35, yes. 35, 36, 37 years old. So failure around 37. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Yours? Taken for granted. Before 20, yes. Before 10, no. After 10, yes. After 15, yes. 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. Thank you for the heart me. So around 18 years old, taken for granted. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Anxiety. Before 20, yes. Before 10, no. After 10, yes. After 15, no. 10, 11. Anxiety around 11. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Yours? Failure. Before 20, no. After 20, yes. After 30, yes. After 40, no. After 35, no. 30, 31, 32 years old, failure. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another trapped emotion? No. Woo! Those are good. I'm sweating again. If anybody resonates with any of these trapped emotions, go ahead and set the intention it gets released from you as well. And you can get some of that second-hand healing. Let's go. I intend to release the trapped emotion of failure. Did you release the trapped emotion of failure? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of anxiety. Did you release the trapped emotion of anxiety? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of taken for granted. Did you release the trapped emotion of taken for granted? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of failure. Did you release the trapped emotion of failure? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of anxiety. Did you release the trapped emotion of anxiety? Yes. I intend to release the trapped emotion of frustration. Did you release the trapped emotion of frustration? Yes. Do you have any trapped emotions of the highest priority you can release right now? No. And we are disconnected. Woo! How does everybody feel after that one? Okay. Let me connect to you really quick. So moving my subconscious mind aside, welcoming Yesi over here. Okay, we're locked on and connected. So can we put mental health, lack of energy, and any beliefs holding from the best version of self. Can we put that together? Yes. Okay, cool, 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 cool. We're connected still. So do you have a faulty core belief system in regards to mental health, lack of energy, and anything holding you back from being the best version of yourself? Yes. Can we work on this now? Yes. Okay. Okay, this is a basic system. Basic is very common. Oh my gosh, the pillow scared me. I was like, who is that? Let me just just move that. Let me just move that a little bit. Okay. So, confirmed we can work on this. So we're going to do the negative program. So these are your conscious thoughts, all right? The branches. So do you have any negative programs? Yes. Survival. Worth. So this is your root chakra. I will never feel good about myself. Okay. Do you need to know more? No, I love you too. No fear. Show no fear. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Survival, root chakra, control. Ooh. Ooh. Control is the only way to be powerful. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Divine crown chakra. Purpose. My life is stressful. All right. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? Yes. Communication. Throat, ego, everything has to be my way. My way or the highway. See, for me, I don't see this as a bad statement. What's wrong with this one? Do you need to know more? No. Is there another negative program? No. All right, so now we're doing limiting belief, the trunk. Power, solar plexus. Comparison. Others are better than me at blank. Others are better than me at blank. So when I say others are better than me at blank, what is the first thing that pops in your head? That's what that is. You don't have to tell me, but just whatever pops in your head. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? Yes. Passion, sacral chakra. Financial. I am unappreciated for my contribution. Ooh. Stop it, phone. So I am unappreciated for my contribution. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another limiting belief? No. Okay. So a faulty core belief, this is the roots. Like we're getting close. We're there, but there might be an identity. So what is this? Communication, throat chakra, expression, I just can't talk about it. All right, I just can't talk about it. Lots of yawning. All right, someone's releasing or preparing. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another faulty core belief? No. Is there a faulty core identity? Yes. This is the soil. This was absorbed the first 7 years of your life. Power, solar plexus, effort. No one will help me. No one will help me. Is there another, do you need to know more? No. Is there another faulty core identity? No. So let's look at your tree. We have the whole picture. You started off with the belief at a very young age, no one will help me. So because no one will help you, not going to talk about it. Why talk about it with other people? They can't help you. I am unappreciated for my contributions and I just can't talk about it. Others are better at me than blank. Everything has to be my way because no one will help me and I can't talk about it, so we're just going to do things my way because no one else can help me out. My life is so stressful. Well, yes, that makes sense. You know, no, maybe feeling alone, like no one can help you. Control is the only way to be powerful. Again, that's definitely with no one can help me and I will never feel good about myself. All right, that's a very powerful tree. Let's find the life force. Okay, so are there any trapped emotions contributing to this belief system? Yes. Anxiety. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the trapped emotion of anxiety. Did you release a trapped emotion of anxiety? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Overwhelm. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the trapped emotion of overwhelm. Did you release a trapped emotion of overwhelm? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes. Ooh, anger. Do you need to know more? No. I intend to release the trapped emotion of anger. Did you release the trapped emotion of anger? Yes. Is there another trapped emotion? No. Let's go to the body code. Are there any associated imbalances contributing to this tree? Yes. Circuit or system, organ. So your lungs. So this belief system is affecting your lungs in some way, making them unhappy. So you can have asthma, discomfort between the shoulders, or discomfort in the ribs or upper back. It generates the following emotions. So you may feel these emotions more than you would like: crying, discouragement, rejection, sadness, sorrow, confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse, and stubbornness. Do you need to know more? No. Let's go ahead and reset. I intend to reset and balance the lungs. Did you reset and balance the lungs? Yes. Is there another imbalance? No. Okay. You know what time it is. Chop that tree. We're cutting it down. We're getting rid of it. So, are you ready? Yesi, are you ready? Let's do it. I'm getting the burps now. Okay. I intend to release the negative programs. I will never feel good about myself. Control is the only way to be powerful. My life is stressful. Everything has to be my way. I release the limiting beliefs. Others are better than me at blank. I am unappreciated for my contribution. I release the faulty core belief, I just can't talk about it. I release the faulty core identity, no one will help me. Woo! Did you release the negative programs? Yes. The limiting beliefs? Yes. The faulty core belief? Yes. And the faulty core identity? Yes. Has this tree been taken care of and is gone. Yes. So now we have to figure out what we're going to do with this empty space. So do we need to replace with positive statements? No. Can we just fill the gap and defrag? Yes. I intend to fill the subconscious gap and defrag. Did you successfully fill the subconscious gap and defrag? Yes. Do you have any faulty core belief systems in regards to mental health, lack of energy, and anything holding you back from being the best version of yourself? No. And we're disconnected. How do you feel? How does everybody else feel? Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm glad I'm back. I missed all of you guys. Thank you for the likes, the follows, the shares, and all of the gifts. I love you guys so much. I love this community. And I will see you guys next time. I don't know when. Probably next week. We'll see how I feel tomorrow morning. We'll see how I feel tomorrow and kind of go from there. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, be good, be nice, and I will see you.